Okay, you guys, so this video to me has been a long time coming. I feel like I was being nice by not ratting them out, but it has to be done. This one's going to be about roommate problems. Yay! Okay. Uh, but yeah, if you guys know, I moved out of my dad's apartment, of my dad's house last year in, I want to say March. I want to say March. Who's texting me? Yeah, I want to say March of 2012. No, 2013, sorry. And I became roommates with a coworker that worked at the theater at the time. And I did let me just start off by saying I didn't know much about her. She worked there for a little bit and she didn't work very often. But I'm not gonna use no names in this video, by the way. But if you know me and you know her, obviously you're gonna know who it is. But it is what it is. I just feel like I have to get this out. The idea came about because they needed a roommate, and I was looking for a roommate. I was like, you know what? I'm looking for a roommate, and I was like, I'm not gonna ask though, because I don't ask people for nothing. I just wait to be asked. And so she ended up asking me, and I was like, yeah, sure. We could talk about it just to make sure things are clear. So I talked to her and I was like, you know what, I don't think I'll be that bad of a roommate. I don't bother anybody. I don't talk you to death. I don't come home from work and want to be like, how was your day? I don't want you to do that to me either. And I'm fine with that. So, and I was like, I work all the time, so I'm never home. So the light bill won't be a problem from my part. And that was basically the most of it. I was like, as long as y'all don't touch my stuff or cause no problems or be crazy, it's fine. I don't care what you do. And that was basically it. And she was like, okay. And then she was like, okay, we're gonna split it three ways because it was me, her, and her boyfriend. And what was it? We was picking places. And she was like, oh, I want something close to my school. And in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I work at the theater, which is 20 minutes from the school. So it needs to be somewhere in the middle. And I was like, I prefer that it be somewhere in the middle. And she was looking at these places, and we wound up coming to the place that we live at now, which is not like it's 20 minutes away from my job, one of my jobs. Then it's like right down the street from my other job. What? That's him right now. But yeah. Uh, what else? And basically, I was like, whatever. It's cheap, like, because it had a special at the time. So I was like, yeah, it's cheap. Let's go ahead and try it. So we get there, like, and like this was weeks later. It's not like we decided on a place and came there the next day. No, it was like weeks later we came there. Me and her came to sign the lease. Mind you, he wasn't on the lease at first. He was not on the lease. So it was supposed to be split three ways. Me and her signed the lease, and we both got a copy of the key. I went to work that day. She went to school. And like I just moved my stuff in my room really quickly. I didn't put anything, place anything. I just put my boxes in my room, closed the door, and went to work. The next day I came to the house, to the apartment. They had their stuff like in the bathroom, in the kitchen. Like they left me one lonely cabinet in the kitchen. They left me this little bit of space in the fridge and freezer. They left me no room to put any of my stuff in the bathroom cabinet, the medicine cabinet. They left me no space in the hallway closet. She has a closet just for her shoes in the closet right next to my door. Then they had most of their stuff taking up the closet in the hallway next to the bathroom, and the washer and dryer was in their room. And so I'm like, what's going on here? In my head, I'm like, okay, so at the time I'm tired. I'm like, whatever. And when you come from working double after double after double after double, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care as long as it don't bother me. And at this time, we didn't have locks on our door, so if we left and nobody was in the room, it would just be okay. Well, if they go in there and they get something, you might not know unless they tell you. So at this point, we was just trusting each other and everything. And what was it? Basically, how my room was set up, I just had a light, my bed, my TV, and my stuff, and that was it. I didn't have anything extravagant in there. I didn't want to put anything extravagant in there because I wasn't spending too much time at my apartment, so it didn't matter to me what was in my room. As long as I could sleep and put my stuff away safely and cleanly, I'm good. And so the way they had it, like they would be, it's the way they are is either one of them is here or both of them are here and they're loud. Like right now, you can hear the music keep going on and off right now. Like it keep going on and off, and I don't know what they're doing, but it's like okay. And this went on this way for months. I'm talking 4 or 5 months. It went like this. I didn't say anything. I didn't bother them, and I was like, you know what, whatever. And then what really bothered me was when like directly after we signed the lease, she was like, "Oh, we can just pay it 2 ways because I don't work that much and he works, so blah blah blah." And I'm like, and see that they do that all the time. Every time they close their door or close a cabinet or close the front door, they slam it, and the refrigerator even they slammed that. And I'm like, why are you? What is that for? I don't understand. And it's been like that ever since. And basically a little while after we signed the lease, she was like, "Oh, I'm not working that much because of school, so would you mind if we just went to paying everything like 2 ways? So I would be paying my whole half and they would be sharing their whole half." And the way I thought, I was like, okay, well, that's pretty much true because she doesn't work very often, but I was like, yeah, that's fine. The way I see it is, you doing that, can you ease up on stuff? Like, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, the way that I feel, like if you're saying, okay, we now have to make it like 2 people live here but 3 people live here, we'll give you a little more leeway. So it's like that's the way I saw it in my mind, and nothing changed. They got worse. Like they would decorate stuff. Like she got this ugly ass polka dot carpet, black and white, in the living room, and it's fuzzy. And the couch is like a suede brown. And there's the dog barking. That's not supposed to be here. Then they got orange and red pillows on the couch. I don't know. But then it gets a little bit more interesting as you go on. My mom, she was staying at her with her roommate, and they was getting crazy. Like they was doing a lot of crazy stuff there, and they was like, "You gotta go," and they was like, "You got till August to be here." And what was it? She was like, "No, I could leave right now." So she moved like the next day, and they wasn't expecting her to, but she left the next day, and she was like, she asked me, she was like, "Can I stay at your place?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna notify my roommates first, just to be cordial, because I'm not gonna just have somebody come and just let them show up and then they be here for a while." So I didn't ask them like, can I, like I'm asking them like they control what I do. I was letting them know, hey, the situation is this. My mom needs somewhere to go, and I said she can come here, and they was like, okay. And basically she came, and at first they didn't seem to mind her here. Like they was like, what was it? Like they was cool with, they was talking to her, they was joking with her, everything was cool. And it's like, I told them, I was like, I don't know how long she's gonna be here. Um, she also had fibroids that she had been waiting to get removed for 3 years, and she had been in a lot of pain, so she couldn't work very often. Like when she would go to work, she would be like hurting, and she had like had to be sent home like twice in like 1 year to get, no, she was sent twice to the hospital to get blood transfusions. Well, let me do the second part of this video because this is already 10 minutes long. So